Hey y'all! Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, a big welcome to you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you enjoy the content and you consider subscribing to our page. If you do like this video, please be sure to like it. Also, welcome back to my returning subscribers and visitors. I'm glad that y'all gave me another shot. Today we will be making a cup from the Dollar Tree. So a few videos ago I made a tutorial about the cup that I got from Michael's. It's a little plastic cup and it can't be sublimated on. You definitely can't put it into a convection oven or press. So the Dollar Tree has a similar cup. It comes 2 in a pack, so 2 for $1, only 50 cents. So that makes it a great gift. So it's a twofer. But this is what we will be making today with the Dollar Tree cups. Okay, the template, the link to the template will be listed below in the description. All we are going to use today is laminating sheets, and we will be using Oracal 651 vinyl. This is the permanent vinyl, and our cup from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I am going to give you guys a quick run through of the design, how I designed this inside of Adobe Illustrator, so that we can get it like this. And if you need any design ideas, maybe it'll help. All right, so I do want to let you guys know, with this part, like with the coloring, you want to make it kind of dark because the actual cup itself has a saying on it. So all the ones, I haven't found any Dollar Tree cups like this that did not have any sayings on it, any words. All right, so I am going to show you how I made this cup. Let's get started. So now we are in Illustrator and we are going to get ready to design the wrap for our Dollar Tree cup. And I already have the template uploaded into the software, and we're going to start. So I'm just going to click onto the template, and then over here in Illustrator, there's an option to draw inside. And this is an easy way, if you're an Illustrator, to put graphics inside of whatever it is that you are designing. So if you have a shape, it works with shapes. So if you convert something to a shape, you will be able to place whatever pattern or image inside of that shape. So we are now going to simply, first what I want to do is I want to make a red background because I already have an idea of what I am going to, how I'm going to design this. So I'm simply going to do a basic red background. You can change your background if you decide that you want a different shade of red. Over in Illustrator, you have the option to adjust your reds. So if there's a specific red that you're looking for, you can pull up the CMYK codes online to put in the codes, or if you already know, then you don't need that. I'm just using the standard stock red for this design. Then I'm going to also put in a pattern that I have. And again, I clicked on the draw inside option. And so I'm going to click onto place. And I just downloaded some leopard print colors or leopard print patterns that I like. I think this is the one that I want. So this is going to be the bottom part of the cup. So I did it that way. It's kind of two-tone-ish, and that's going to be it. I'm also going to draw, so I'm also going to click back onto our template because I want to draw a shape inside. So I'm going to just draw a little rectangle. And the rectangle is going to, and I'm going to make that rectangle black. No border. Alright guys, so this is how the template is going to look, or this is what the cup will look like. I also just want to put, because I think I'm going to use this cup for my Christmas cup, so I'm going to draw inside, and I'm going to use my, well, one of my favorite Christmas terms, just merry and bright. And so I will put that there. And I was thinking of making it white, but I think I'll leave it black. Alright guys, so now I'm going to just make sure that my text is going to be centered. And so I'm going to select the text, and then I'm also going to select the template as well. Then I'm going to go to Object, Align, and then Horizontal Align Center. And then that made sure that everything is centered, and that Merry and Bright is centered nicely on the cup template. So that's all that I'm doing with this cup. I'm not doing anything else extra. So I'm ready to print. I'm going to go to print. And then I'm going to print this from my EcoTank 2750. And also I'm just going to move this up a little bit because it's right there at the edge. And I don't want any of the template or any of the image to get cut off in printing. Now we're going to go to Setup to look at our print settings. And I'm going to go to Print Settings. And it's pretty much on the way that I like it. It's printing on Premium Presentation Matte. It's printing high quality, and I have the mirror image checked. I'm also going to look at the color options, and we are in Adobe RGB mode, 2.2 gamma, and the brightness is elevated by 4. Okay, this all depends on you. You can manipulate the settings as much as you want. This works for me, and I'm usually happy with that print. So we're going to get ready to print this, and we'll cut it out and get this put together. Alright y'all, so I just want to show you this really quick. I actually went through the entire design. I was about to print it, and then I realized that I had not created an arc for the designs inside of the template. And it's important to do it so that it can kind of, when you wrap it, it'll look nice in the back, like it all just belongs together. So what you have to do if you're in Illustrator, or if you're in any other design software, you just want to select the object, and then you want to go to Effects, and then you go to Warp Arc. So when you hit Warp Arc, I'll apply a new effect so you guys can see. So you have the ability, if you are in Illustrator and any other design software, to adjust the arc level to how you would want it to be. But you do want a slight curve because of the shape of the cup. Okay, so this is something that you would more than likely just play around with just to get some form of arc. There is no specific percentage of bend. It really depends on the cup. So I actually applied this effect to my strip. So I actually also applied the arc effect to the leopard print. And I also applied the arc effect to Merry and Bright. So it's not just flat on the cup. It actually kind of bends with the cup. Okay. All right, guys. So our image is done printing. I have our laminate sheet. And remember, this laminate sheet should be cut to fit whatever your image size is. And you can save the other half for another project. I have our Oracal 651 vinyl that we are going to be using, and I have our Dollar Tree cup. So I am going to cut out the image. Right, so our image is all cut out. Next, I am going to cut half of our sheet out, our laminating sheet, and one side is shiny and the other side is matte. Okay, so you want to kind of keep that matte side a little more protected because that's where the adhesive is, and you don't want anything, any items you may have lying around, whether it be hair or lint or anything, sticking to it. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'm gonna leave it together for now. Okay, and then we are going to cut out a piece of this vinyl, and I usually just measure it based on the square points here. So alright, and so I'm also going to make sure that this is nice and cleaned off, and then I will take the laminate sheet that I'm going to use and just put it on top. And there. Okay, so we are going to get ready to take this to our heat press, and I just want to tack this on a little prior to me placing the image on top. Okay, all right guys, so off camera I cut the laminate sheet and the vinyl to kind of fit because I don't want it to stick onto anything, and the heat, once that heat gets on, I didn't want to have a hard time pulling it off. So I did I cut it a little to fit, as you can see, and I'm just going to press this maybe for 5 seconds because right now my heat press is at 400, which is pretty hot. And it really doesn't need that much to tap. It's probably already sticking now. So I'm just gonna lightly tap it. And then that's gonna be enough, okay? And then just peel it off a little bit. So it's on there, and you see why I didn't want to have too much exposed, because the vinyl gets heated and then it sticks to the butcher paper, and I did not want to have a mess. And remember, the laminate is also sticky, the matte side. So I don't remember if I said it or not. Make sure that the matte side is what is on the vinyl. Okay, you want the shiny side up and the matte side to be facing the vinyl. So we're going to get ready to sub and press our image. I am going to tape it down because I don't want it to shift. I'm just gonna tape it down. to make sure it's nice and centered on there because it is a tight fit. And I'm going to put our paper on top to help with that pressing. And this is going down 400 degrees for 60 seconds. All right, guys. So we are all done with the press. And let's see that laminate on the edge stuck a little bit. So we are going to remove it. It is very hot. Let's get it off, and our image does look merry and bright. Alright guys, so we are done subbing the image onto the vinyl and laminate. So now all we need to do is cut it out so that we can get ready to place it onto the cup. Alright, so we're all done cutting it out. All we need to do now is peel the backing off of the laminate. And then we are going to get ready to place this on top of our cup. So I like to at least make sure that the ones from the Dollar Tree, they all have a saying or something on them. So I like to make sure that I'm using this as my center, and so it doesn't end up in the back, because sometimes there may be a slight space in between the edges of the template, and I don't want that to be seen in that edge. Alright guys, so now we're going to get ready to place the image onto the cup. And let's try to go for the center. That's usually how I start it. And I don't like to press it in too much in case I need to lift it up. And this looks like it may be good. Okay, so I'm going to let it fall, and then just kind of let it wrap itself pretty much around the cup. And as you're going, you want to pull it so that there is no air bubbles underneath. And you just keep pulling it. I do want you guys to notice, once this goes under the heat press, it shrinks. The label does shrink a little bit, because the actual label prior to being sublimated will actually fill a little bit more, but it's still okay. And then you just kind of let it go and fall together. All right, and there we have our cup. All right, y'all. So we are all done sublimating, or at least placing a sublimated vinyl onto this cup. So this is the final product. And what I want to let you guys know is you can seal it more if you'd like. I have not tested this out in any water. The cup itself is dishwasher safe, but I have not tested it out in a dishwasher, and I have not submerged any of these cups into water that has not been sealed with something. So I usually use Mod Podge. There is a dishwasher safe Mod Podge that could be used. I also have sprayed it with clear acrylic sealer and even epoxied it. Okay, so I've done those 3 ways, and usually with the clear acrylic sealant, I'll usually do Mod Podge and then spray in between. But you want to make sure that the cup is cured first. So even if you put the Mod Podge on today, you want to put multiple layers of Mod Podge, and you want to make sure that it has cured. Okay, you don't want to just go ahead and throw it into the water, because then it will probably kind of loosen up a bit. So you do want to make sure, even with the vinyl sticking onto the cup itself, you want to let it cure onto the vinyl. Okay, so remember, even with the permanent vinyl, heat is what could loosen it up a bit. So that's why I would probably be a little bit cautious of putting it into a dishwasher that does get hot. But that's it. All right, so if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy the content on this channel, please be sure to like the video and also subscribe to my channel, and also join our Facebook group. We're trying to build a community where crafters can come, ask questions, share their projects, and just lend support to each other. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time.